Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up an LED screen with your prayer times and announcements and events inside the masjid. Go to portal.addeen.ca and log in using your credentials. Once you are at the dashboard, click on Masjid, go to prayer times, and you will come at the Adhan times tab. Set up all your Adhan times, and these are how many minutes before the Adhan should be called before the Iqamah. For example, we would like to call Fajr, the Fajr Adhan 15 minutes before the Iqamah. You can set that up, except the Maghrib time is how many minutes after the sunset you want to call the Adhan, and how many minutes after the Adhan you want to call the Iqamah. Go to batch update. You can click on from and to see your current prayer times. And to update it, click on the batch update, select the from and to date, and whichever the day, time, or whichever the Salah you would like to update the prayer time, you can update it here. To see your entire month prayer time, you can come to the manual update import export tab and click on the month, and it will show you the current prayer times that are there. If you see any columns that are grayed out and you cannot modify, that means you are using an automatic begin time calculation that is configured under the calculation method here. You can turn that off in order to modify the begin times as well. To import and export the prayer time, just click on the export and it will give you a CSV file. You can update the CSV file for the entire year and import it back. Make sure you do not alter the titles or the header column, and make sure the prayer times are in 24-hour format and the date format is YYYY To update the Islamic date, go to the Islamic date tab and you have Hijri and Al-Qura. In most cases, you will use Hijri, and you can adjust the Hijri date depending on the moon sighting here. Today is first Ramadan, so I'm able to update it. If you observe the moon sighting on a Hijri month that has only 29 days, you can also click on the display 30th Hijri, and that will force the 30th Hijri display on the displays, LED display, as well as on the website powered by Athene. Update after sunset, it's highly recommended to set to yes. This will update the Islamic date after the sunset. The basic display is a paid subscription, which is a very cost-effective $10 a year subscription. And you can configure your logo, your backdrop zone. If you have a different Juma location, you can also set that up here. The small display, this is a vertical display that a screen, if you have a screen mounted vertically, you can utilize this display. All you have to do is copy the URL that I have highlighted and open a browser inside your LED screen. Most of the LED screens now comes with the built-in browser, or you can also download and install Google Chrome or Microsoft Edge browser on your TV these days. If you have an Android box, that works as well. Just figure out a browser that's installed and just open this URL directly in that browser. You can configure the prayer times that you would like to display on the LED from here. If you don't want to show the Adhan times, just the begin and Iqama, just uncheck this column and it will hide the entire Adhan time, including if you want to hide the begin, you can also do that. And all the way at the bottom, you have to click on save. If you would like to embed this display on your website, on your existing website, running from WordPress or any other platform, just copy this code. And we have an article written on our knowledge base as well if you want to adjust the height and width of the display. We also have a medium display, which is also on horizontal. You can use this URL for it. And most popular is the basic display, which is a large horizontal display with the announcement and event scrolling on the right. You can control the speed at which the events and announcements are scrolled, and also link the madrasa from where you would like to showcase the announcements as well. Same thing, you just have to copy the URL and open it into the web browser on LED screen. The mobile display is controlled from here in the Adeen app. We also showcase the prayer time that is coming from your masjid. And if you would like to hide certain prayers or hide certain columns, you can do it from here, and Adeen mobile app will be updated accordingly. If you're running a website which is from the Adeen, the medium display is what controls the prayer times on your public facing website powered by Adeen. Any changes made to the medium display will also be updated and adjusted on the public facing website. If you are if you need to add any announcements to the horizontal display here, you can just simply scroll up to the basic announcement tab and simply click on add new, give it a title, enable the active during the period. The start date and end date is must, and select an image which must be 960 by 1080. So 960 is the width and 1080 is the height in pixels. And it could be any of this file type. If you come to the calculation method, there are certain setups that you have to do only once. When you have added the organization in a gene, we automatically determine the coordinates, latitude and longitude. If you ever have to update that, you can just click on this update coordinates icon and move the cursor on the map to precisely adjust the location, because this is very important credentials for the automatic begin time calculation. Come to the set calculation method. You can set up a custom for modifying the degrees for Fajr and Isha or any other prayer times. If you're strictly following the standard methods such as ISNA, then just select that and select your jurisdiction, whether it's standard or Hanafi. If you would like to stop the begin time calculation to be automatic, then you just click it to no and select yes. And now you are in full control of the entire prayer time, including the begin times. If you would like to set up the Zawal time and the Al Duha time changes, you have to come to the custom and then ensure your Fajr degree and Isha degree is accurate. And you can just adjust the Zawal times before and after, including Al Duha. If you're a premium display user, we have 6 different displays that you can choose from. Each display has its own URL, and you can just copy directly from the open display URL, and whatever the URL shows, you have to just open that inside the browser on the LED screen inside the masjid. Vertical display 1 and 2 are vertical displays, and all the controls on here are quite similar to the basic display, but there are a lot more capabilities under the premium version, such as the layout, the poster after the adhan, how many minutes after the poster should be displayed. There are presets, or you can even upload your own image, Ikama countdown, and the poster for that. How many minutes before the countdown should begin on the screen here, and what message should be displayed. You can either have your image uploaded or write down a message of your choice. Every control has the switch to turn on and off. Display during the Salah, should you dim it or should you black it out? And how many minutes after the display should resume back? After the Salah is finished, which poster should be displayed, such as any of the cars that you would like to display, and for how many minutes you would like to display that. You can also upload your own image. During the night, after Isha, 30 minutes, and before Fajr, 30 minutes, the display will remain dim or blackout based on your choice, and you can even exclude the date and time at the top. Contents and events are derived from the contents here, and then the event comes from the events here. So if you have the switches on, it will fetch the content or the announcement from the content tab and rotate on screen after prayer time. So whatever the scroll speed that you have set, after 5 seconds, one content will be displayed, and then after that, a prayer time will be displayed, and after that, an event will be displayed, and the cycle will continue. You can have as many events and as many content as you like. And this control allows you stop before the salat, how many minutes before you want to stop the content and event scrolling on screen, and how many minutes after the salah you want to resume the contents and event, and what should be the scroll speed. Ticker message are nothing but the scrolling messages at the bottom here, and they are actually coming from the ticker messages tab here. And you can control the background color, how many minutes before it should stop, how many minutes after it should start, what should be the scroll speed, and the font size and color. And if you want to hide the prayer time changes, such as from tomorrow Fajr is at this time, you can just turn that off here. Under the display color control, we have some existing presets that you can use, or if you scroll up and select the custom, you can choose your own color and background and the font style for the display. Every existing presets, if you select them, the display will change and give you the preview immediately. During the Ramadan month, if you would like to force the um, dua of Taraweeh or anything like that, you can even post that, or you can just have this turned off and then content be posted, which will be scrolling along with the prayer times. You can also force an alternate language, or you can enable the alternate language, and after the certain seconds, it will transition between English and the alternate language, which can be configured at the language settings tab here. To add, if you would like to have the horizontal display, the controls are all same. You just select the horizontal display and open the URL and use that URL on your LED screen. All the other controls are similar to what we had on the vertical display, except that on the content, you can have a display or the images that can be full screen as well. That means after the prayer time, you will have an entire screen taken over by content, and then it will come back after the set timings. You can also set up the images that are split screen. That means the prayer time and the images will be displayed side by side. And if you have uploaded a full screen, then it will take over the full screen and scroll along the prayer time. Along with that, we also have vertical display content only display and vertical display horizontal display content only display, which allows you to only scroll the content and no prayer times are showcased on that. This display can be put on as many LED screens you want to put it on your premises, such as one in the lobby, one in the ladies area, one in the gymnasium, cafeteria, by the member, and each of these 6 screens can have a different content but the same prayer times. To create the content is very easy. Click on the create and give it a title, and this content or this image should be active between which date to which date and should be displayed on which day, such as I just want a specific durud or specific dua be displayed on the Friday. I'll uncheck all the other days, and I only want it to be displayed between the Asr and Maghrib. So this content that I'm going to upload here, I can select on which display I would like to have it visible, such as horizontal display or vertical or both. If I do that, then I have to provide the image for both. Upload the full screen image. So would you like to have a full screen? So in the horizontal display, it will be 1920 by 1080. You can use a Canva or the Adobe Express. I think Canva has a better choices, and it's very cost effective as well. So use that to build your content in a specific precise size with a lot of preset options. Split with prayer times. 960 by 1080 is the image size. Upload the image and select the display on which you would like to have this content visible. Same thing goes for vertical display. If you don't have it, just turn that off and then click on save. And this content will get automatically activated between the Asr and Maghrib and only displayed on Fridays. Same thing goes for the ticker message. Click on create, give it a title, and that's the message that will be scrolled. And between which date, on which day, between which Salah, and on which display you would like to have that scrolling message available. Under the language settings, you can configure the language settings for the Salah titles, alternative language for the month titles, and the whatever the language that you have selected, it will be scrolling or uh, showing along with the English titles. I hope this video was informative for you, and thank you for watching. Assalamu alaikum.